the sensational surprise. The morning sun danced through the window, casting a warm golden glow across the living room. Fatima, a radiant 24-year-old, sat in her wheelchair, her eyes bright and observant as she watched the world wake up. Beside her, Figaro, the gray-brown tabby cat, performed a grand stretch before settling against her wheels, his purr a steady, comforting rhythm for his favorite person. Gulsen entered the room with a soft smile that reached her eyes, bringing a sense of warmth that rivaled the morning sun. She moved toward her daughter, their bond needing no words to be felt. Though Fatima was nonverbal, the way she leaned her head toward Gulsen and the sparkle in her eyes spoke volumes of the deep, quiet understanding they shared. The quiet was broken by the familiar jingle of keys and the front door swinging open. Levent stepped inside, his face beaming with the kind of excitement that couldn't be contained. In his hand, he carried a bright shopping bag from Hershey Garden. Figaro immediately trotted over, sniffing the crinkly paper with intense curiosity while his tail swished with interest. "I have a surprise for my two favorite ladies," Levent announced, his voice filled with joy. He walked straight over to Fatima and knelt down, so he was at eye level with her. He shared a moment of pure anticipation with his daughter, whose face lit up with a wide, happy grin, her hands moving with excitement as she waited to see what her father had brought home. Levent reached into the bag and pulled out two crisp, white t-shirts. He handed the first one to Gulsen, who gasped as she unfolded the soft cotton. On the front was a vibrant, sprawling pink rose, its petals so detailed they looked like they had been plucked straight from the Hershey Garden. "It's a matching set for you and Fatima," Levent said proudly. "And here is yours, Fatima," Levent said, holding up the second shirt. It was a perfect match to Gulsen's, a beautiful symbol of the close-knit family they were. Figaro jumped onto the footrest of the wheelchair to get a closer look. Fatima reached out, her fingers grazing the smooth texture of the rose print, her face radiating pure happiness. Gulsen quickly slipped her new shirt on and then turned to help Fatima. With practiced, gentle movements, she guided Fatima's arms through the sleeves, making sure her daughter was comfortable. Soon, they were both blooming in their matching roses. Gulsen hugged her daughter tightly, feeling an immense surge of gratitude for Levent's thoughtful gift. Levent leaned in and began to read the words surrounding the rose on Fatima's shirt. "It's called Advice from a Rose," he explained. "Make someone's day and enjoy the sunshine. Remember your beauty stems from within." Fatima tilted her head back, feeling the warmth of the sun through the window, her heart swelling with the simple joy of the message. Levent continued reading the poem for Gulsen, his voice softening with affection. "Be colorful, look past the thorns and make new buds. Bloom, be sensational." He reached out and took Gulsen's hand, the words serving as a reminder of the resilience and inner beauty that defined their family of three. The living room was filled with the scent of coffee and the soft, rhythmic purring of Figaro. Fatima sat tall in her chair, wearing her rose with pride and feeling the immense love of her parents. It was a day to be thankful for surprises, for sunshine, and for the beautiful way they all bloomed together, one sensational moment at a time.